Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University and Champions, issue number 22. There's a lot to cover in here. I don't want to go into too much. Listen, what I'm saying is Champions number 22, there is so much in here. So you know how the comic book has been selling out recently? Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, it's been selling out big time. So check out this comic book, grab this comic book. I'm going to try and put this review up early so that you have time to go and grab the effing comic book. Also, a friend of mine is mentioned in here. Cool. Anyway, Incredible Hulk Amadeus Cho, he gets turned into Brawn. Okay, maybe not quite this Brawn. Sorry. Brawn is I have very eclectic tastes, and Brawn was my favorite Transformer. I'm 6'5". I'm kind of huge, all right, especially when I was a kid. And I always liked, even today when I play D&D, I usually like to play the small characters like the halflings. So Brawn, second strongest of the Transformers and one of the smallest. I always loved this guy, my absolute favorite Transformer. Anyway, so I like that Amadeus Cho is taking the name Hulk. Just you got to make sure you understand this is a hard comic book to write. Like, of all the team books, dude, everybody here has got some kind of a history, and a lot of them are being written someplace else, and they've all got to be taken into account. I do not envy, like I talk about I want to write comic books a lot, but I do not envy Jim Zub's position here, dude. Like, this story takes place after No Surrender and Incredible Hulk number 717, which was the final issue, the World War Hulk, more like World War Rooftop. But, and then Infinity Countdown Champions, issues number 1 and 2. It's more than that. It's also after Spider-Man, issue number 240, which was the final issue there, the final issue written by Brian Michael Bendis. This takes place after, crying out loud, you gotta incorporate the Visions solo run, which is the one where he actually created Vision and his family, who were murdered right in front of her eyes. I got to do a spotlight and story on that one of these days. But there's a lot of stories in here that have to be taken into account. Nova is in a bad position, Sam Alexander, because he lost his powers. Totally not cool. He lost his helmet. And like Adsit, man, I always feel bad for Adsit because of everything that happens with Deadpool, everything that Deadpool does to him right now. I want to punch the dude right in his cheeser. I'm really hoping that he gets a bit of a comeback. And it's like, listen, love you, man, but we can't give you this helmet. You're going to have to work your way up from the beginning. I would love to see that and say, listen, you had way too much power. Let's depower you a little bit. You don't get the black helmet. I'll save it. It's your father's heirloom, or you can have it, sure, but we're going to decrease the power in it. As you start to learn the powers a little bit better, you'll unlock greater powers in it. I would love that. That would be a great concept. I would love to read something like that. Riri Williams gets her new armor. I love this design. I'm going to get into how Sean Isaacs, I believe, is shooting himself in the foot, but we'll see. And this is the final design for her armor. Riri Williams 3.0, Ironheart 3.0. Love this. I love this. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. Two things about that. One, him shooting himself in the foot, Sean Isaacs. Dude is an amazing artist. I absolutely love his work. Forget about it. Guy's got amazing talent. But I remember a conversation that I had with Walt Simonson about a year ago. Was it that long? Anyway, and I said, is there anything that you regret drawing? He says, I kind of regret drawing Hercules the way I drew him years and years ago because the artist, I can't remember the name of the artist who came after him. Anyway, the artist that came after him was like, dude, I'm not drawing all that crazy stuff that you draw. You drew Hercules like with all this elaborate stuff and whatnot. You did like a little one shot with them. It was a very limited run. And then I had to come over and start drawing all that stuff. I declassified him big time and I draw him back to the bottom basics. Like nobody wants to. Who wants to follow suit on all of this? Like this looks like paint by numbers. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to ruin a name right here. I'm really sorry, brother. Marcio Menez. I'm hoping I didn't ruin your name too much, dude. But anyway, the color artist for this, oh my God. It's going to be like, okay, I want you to actually draw the numbers in there of all the different colors I got to draw for this crazy this crazy suit. Yeah, if Sean Isaacs ever leaves this book, the next artist is going to come along and be like, nope, I'm making Riri Williams 4.0, and it's going to be a bleeding edge look because I'm not drawing all these crazy colors. I wouldn't want to do all that. Wow. But while he's on this book, man, he is one of the bravest SOBs I know to want to draw all that. Wow. It's a absolutely gorgeous look. The second point I want to make about this is she's a kid. She's a 15-year-old kid. So everybody's going to say, this looks stupid. Shh. She's 15 years old. This is exactly what a 15-year-old girl would want to make her armor look like. Just saying. Everybody seems to forget that she's 15 years old. You know, they want her to be some perfectly evolved character. No, she's not. She's 15. What the heck is civilized about her? Anyway, so all these characters, they're all uncivilized. They're none of them have their fully developed brain functions yet. You got to be like 25 to have your brain, like, you know, at least fully developed, close to fully developed, for crying out loud. Anyway, I love this. I love this. Oh, I really hope that Vision's dog is actually going to be a permanent part of the team, because it's awesome. There's a concept in here that's brought up that I'm really sad to see, but I think is going to make for great storytelling right here. Vision talks about how he's got to allow himself to die. So the next time that he gets destroyed, he might not want to be revived, because life isn't precious if you don't, if it's not, is there a word that he uses in here? Because it's finite. There we go. Life is precious because it's finite. In turn, I will be finite as well. So he leaves himself the chance that next time he gets destroyed or killed or whatever, that he might not come back. Holy crap, I've really got to do a spotlighted story for that. I believe it was just 12 issues of that Vision run. Oh my God. That's some scary foreshadowing in there. So, wow. Everything that's happening in here, dude. Everything that's happening here. Poor Nova. What do you call it? There's a part in here where Nadia Van Dyne at this point talks about how she's got this team called g.i.r.l, an acronym g.i.r.l, behind her. And what do you call it? That actually comes from I think it was only 8 issues that came out for that. For crying out loud, not the Invincible Wasp, but the Astonishing Wasp. I think it was the Astonishing Wasp. Anyway, really, really good story. Loved it. And she forms that team there. Also takes the name Nadia Van Dyne instead of Nadia Pym. And it's a really good reason in there for it. A whole bunch of really amazing stuff in here, dude. So much amazing stuff. They go to Tanzania, which I think is kind of awesome. Jim Zub is just like globetrotting. I think he's actually in South America right now. South Africa. I swear I always get that confused. He's actually in South Africa right now, which is awesome. Hanging out with Sean Isaacs, if I'm reading Twitter correctly. I'm still new to Twitter. I don't fully understand how that stuff works, but we get to see more of Nadia. She does have her super senses, and they run into, I think that everybody saw it coming. They run into something with Man-Thing, and Vision just, either she turns on or it gets turned on her emotion center, so she knows fear at the touch of Man-Thing. The next issue is going to be a double-sized or a giant-sized Champions issue, which I can't wait to see. Also, I want to point something out. I don't know if you guys recognize this particular guy right here. Secret fans. Secrets fans. That's Brevin Campbell, dude. That's one of the guys that I talk to all the time. He's one of my buds. He's got a small YouTube channel. All right, he does his thing. He's the guy with the overcoat and the black Superman suit. What do you call it? He contributes on the Facebook page, the Comic Book University Facebook page all the time. I am so happy to see him in this. Wow. Good job, Bri. Good job. Anyway, Brevin, good job, dude. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Guys, this is a fantastic comic book. You may have noticed that this is selling out all over. Yeah, if you're not reading this comic book, you're making a mistake, all right? Go out, grab this comic book. Next issue is promising to be something amazing. If Zub and Isaacs were able to fit in all that they fit into this comic book, I didn't even tell you about the story that happened in here. No, that's on you to read. If they could fit all that in this basic-sized 20-page issue, dude, imagine what they're going to do with a giant-sized issue. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.